saying I'm an effing idiot.
I think that your point of view is very obstructed. You just don't understand the magnitude of. Not the point. What I'm saying.
This woman put her hands on this camera woman for the craziest reasons. Just listen to what led up to this.
You have a channel?
Yeah, we're doing some interviews today.
I love your skin tone too.
Thank you. Such a good vibe.
Of course.
Well, awesome. So we're asking people's opinion today on Planned Parenthood. Are you familiar with them?
Yes.
Okay. And do you know what they provide?
Yes. Abortions.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Safe abortions.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you know any other services that they provide?
I know, like, to teens, if you're under 18, you could get like birth control, condoms, counseling. They offer a lot of, beneficial things that the youth really should use right now.
Okay. So you have a pretty positive view of Planned Parenthood.
I mean, majority. I don't know. Is this like a yes or no? Am I wrong?
It's your opinion.
But yeah, that is definitely my opinion. I feel like, especially as teens, people get caught up in things that they really don't want to commit to for their entire lives. So, if you get caught up with the wrong guy, you think you're in love, and then, boop, now you stuck. Not stuck, but you're stuck with a baby for the rest of this time, literally the rest of their lives and your life, if you're that kind of mother, because some women just don't have it in them and they abandon them and abuse them and all kind of shit. And it's like, girl, just get rid of it if you know you're gonna do that.
Get rid of them. Why not just give them to another family that's good?
No, but exactly, even that. And that's another option that Planned Parenthood offers. So it's like, if you know that you are not the being who can provide for this child, then there are alternative options out there for you. So I definitely understand why people do abort children. Don't have babies that you don't want. Don't have babies that men are telling you in front of your face that they do not want. I wish them would stop doing that. Like, it's like a plan to.
Why don't they just stop having sex with people they don't want to have a child with?
That too. To me, it's always pro-choice, your body, your life.
I'm sure this girl interviewing has had sex with somebody she didn't want a child with. She just luckily did not end up with a kid. It's silly to think that anybody that you lay down with, you should expect to have a child with. It's unrealistic to think that people are only going to have sex with people that they want children with. That's just not realistic. There are forms of protection to prevent that from happening: birth control, condoms, etc. And if all else fails, the girl she's interviewing is literally talking about the alternative options.
Hey, that baby is gonna be a baby.
It's a baby.
Yeah, and you're gonna have that baby
person.
forever. So yeah.
Well, do you know that Planned Parenthood gets nearly $700 million of our taxpayer money every year?
$700 million. I mean, honestly, I can't go against Planned Parenthood. I just can't. $700 million for how many single mothers?
Of our money. But they're not giving it to single mothers, though. Yeah.
I mean, if we're gonna just, single out where it is that our tax dollars go, then the police, respectfully.
So it's really interesting because since 2010, prenatal care has been down for 80% since 2010.
Before she goes on to talk about the stats, let's address this whole fuck the police thing. I was with the girl that was being interviewed up until she said fuck the police. I don't think people realize how dumb that is. And when I hear defund the police and fuck the police, y'all don't realize how treacherous and dangerous your areas would be had there not been police in the vicinity or available to be called. You wouldn't want to live in that reality. I promise you wouldn't. So the whole fuck the police, defund the police, all that garbage bullshit, bro, please stop spewing it. Because if that were to ever happen in reality, trust me, you'd be begging for the police to come back, because this shit'll look like the purge outside.
At Planned Parenthood, adoption referrals. So this is why this is research straight from their yearly report of 2022 to 2023, I believe it is. And so they're a 501c3. They have to tell us what they do every single year. So this is straight.
Which should be any union corporation. If we are paying tax dollars towards you, I need to know that you are doing the job and doing it correctly.
Right. But let me continue to tell you. So the STI testing and treatment down 15% since 2019. Client numbers down overall 34% since 2006.
Nobody has insurance. I don't have insurance.
Donors down 21%. Contraceptives down 44%. Breast screenings, manual breast exams down over 80%. And you mentioned adoption. They commit 228 abortions for every one adoption referral. So why are they getting so much more money yet all of their services are going down?
The services are going down because people are afraid. Women.
What are they afraid of?
Women don't know. They don't know what they're exposing their bodies to.
The interviewer just keeps talking like adoption is such a wonderful alternative when A lot of adopted kids can tell you they hated their experience with their foster parents. So yeah, it's actually not the best alternative. And a lot of those kids are treated poorly.
A lot of people, especially behind abortion, there's a stigma.
But their abortions are going up. So they used to have this slogan where they said safe, legal, and rare. That's what we want. Safe, legal, and rare abortions, until it was exposed that a lot of these facilities were requiring abortion quotas. So the more abortions each facility did, the more like praise that they would get awards. And so it's really interesting. That doesn't really make it seem like they want safe, legal, and rare abortions.
How many people can you think, or are you going to assume, would literally abandon their children with no repercussions from the state?
No, it's called Safe Haven Baby Boxes. We're at a fire station or hospital. You can leave your baby and the mother doesn't have to do anything with it. But that's better than killing her baby through abortion, right?
No, ma'am.
It's not better to give your baby up to a family who wants them instead of killing them?
No, ma'am. I have seen so many stories and countless, literally, like countless stories.
What happens in an abortion?
They literally suck the life out of you. They're gonna take the whole baby out, and as they should, because I shouldn't be a taxpayer paying child support and food stamps and WIC for
You
women
should be a
who never
taxpayer
wanted the
paying
baby.
for abortions?
Exactly. But as for a woman who didn't want the baby in the first place, that doesn't make sense to me. Don't ever sit here and lock yourself down with a man who already told you he doesn't want to be with you. He doesn't.
I agree with you.
I'm not disagreeing with you either. I understand.
You don't get to kill the
what I'm
baby just
saying
because
is
their dad didn't
that
want
you
them.
can.
Should we kill the kids in foster care?
She's making very valid points, because if your taxpayer dollars aren't going to abortions, it's just going to get extended through, like she said, food stamps, WIC, etc. The girl really making hella valid points, but the interviewer clearly feels so strongly about abortions that she doesn't want to hear any alternative besides slow down on the abortion. You can tell this interviewer is being disingenuous, because she's not trying to have a genuine conversation and be open to what the girl's giving her, which is very valid and solid reasons as to why people go about aborting their children.
Why not? Why not? If that's the case,
We should kill the kids in foster care that aren't wanted.
who's going to take care of them? I need to know the percentage of people who take children from foster care and abuse them and molest them, who make them like personal slaves.
We should just kill them.
Statistics before you come to me talking about pro-life.
We should kill the victims of molestation.
I think, what does this have to do with molestation?
You just mentioned people
What I'm
molesting
saying
children. We
is,
should
in
kill the kids in
general,
foster care
I
is what
think
you
overall.
said.
What I'm saying is, in general, overall, if I don't want to have a baby, I should have the choice to
Just don't have
the
sex
baby or
then.
not.
Just don't have sex.
That's not even logical. You
It is.
Dumb as
It is.
Who are you, Nancy?
I
fucking
sound
dumb?
dumb.
You
sound
do.
dumb as Okay.
It does, because even as teens, people explore. And it's like, as funny as you want to be,
well.
people should still have the choice.
So you went from saying that my outfit was really cute to saying I'm an effing idiot. That's so mean.
But I think that
You
your
did.
point of view is very obstructed, and I think that you just don't understand the magnitude of having a child.
Yeah, well, I'm not the one who admitted they would be
Being
okay
an
with killing
adult.
babies in foster care and killing children that have been
That's
abused.
not the point. What I'm saying.
That's really.
Stop it.
What's wrong with you?
Stop it. Stop my.
You have a. Hey! What the f did you do?
Alright. Yeah,
She attacked my wife.
alright. Alright.
Your wife just attacked me.
Yo, so why you want her?
Why is they following me? Why you following me?
I'm gonna get arrested. Look. Don't worry.
She just punched me in the face. We were just doing a street interview with my camera and everything was fine for over 20 minutes or however long we were filming, and then she just punched me in the face.
While I don't really agree with the woman that was interviewing you, you had no right to put your hands on that woman. See, this is where the girl in the brown went wrong at. I don't think the girl in the brown meant to say that kids that are already in foster care should be unalived. I felt like the interviewer was low-key trying to twist her words, but, you know, we need to hear nor dare. She's dead wrong for punching this woman. I cannot stand emotional motherfuckers who think that, oh, well, this conversation isn't going my way. Let me just punch on you. You have zero self-control. You have the emotional intelligence of a toddler. They have you on camera, so I won't be surprised if you got charged for this nonsense. I don't understand how some people take conversations so serious to the point where they're ready to put their hands on somebody. This is a hypothetical conversation y'all having. It's not even something that's personal to either party. I would not be surprised if they charge that girl with assault. I don't know who raised some of these people, man, but they have zero home training. There's no way in hell I'm about to put my hands on somebody because I don't like the way the conversation is going. And even if I feel like they're twisting my words, I'll just excuse myself from the conversation and say, hey, thanks for the interview. Or not say anything and just walk away. And honestly, you're not even thinking about what you did. You're not going to reflect on that until you actually get in trouble for it. And at that point, it's too late. For anyone who made it this far, if you don't like the way something is going and it's not physically hurting you or anyone around you, and it's not serious threats, walk away. It's not that fucking serious. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments below. Like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. It's your boy K Jen, and I'm out.